Hey, good evening. How is everyone doing today? I'd like to take the time to welcome you to another Morning Glory Apostolic Prophetic Center video. I am your host, Diedrich Hubbard, and make sure if you haven't, uh, find us on all social media platforms and connect with us. And we hope that you learned something from what I teach, preach, or speak in the name of God. So I have a little slight migraine, and I was trying to sleep it out. But of course, the Word of God, you have to always press through. So God was dealing with me as I was laying here about the standards of our character. The standards of our character. We're going to be in James chapter 3 as we begin to teach on this, but I, what God is sharing with me is that what He is trying to do in us and through us, we cannot have the character or think like some of the people that we may have been introduced to. You know, even me, my thinking and different, my thinking, my speech, and the way I analyze and process revelation is totally different from everyone else. And even with that difference, I say things and do things that some people may try to counterfeit or try to duplicate. But going into this new season and what God is trying to do in us, one of the things that's going to, I'm going to say, enhance or show people our relationship with God is our character. Because we don't want to be some of these peoples and we get on these major platforms and all of a sudden they see we sleeping with men, we sleeping with women, we sleeping with married women, we ducking here, we ducking there. So character is going to be a very important part of this next season in God. And a lot of us, uh, God is about to start working on that. James chapter 3 says, "My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. For in many things we offend all. If we offend not, and able also to bridle the whole body. Behold, we put bits in the horse's mouth that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body." So what was James was teaching, and what many of you got to understand, a lot of people strive to be known in ministry. They want the accolades, they want the preaching engagements, they want the money, they want the fame, they want the fortune. But here James says, don't strive to be that, because we shall receive the greater condemnation, which means that's why I tell people I know what I'm doing, and if it seems right or wrong, I understand the punishment I'm going to get. But many of you do things not understanding the punishment you get. See, we got to understand that just because you see people with a bunch of followers and you see people flocking to people, that don't mean for you to go to school or tell somebody you want to preach and all of a sudden you become a preacher. You got to know there's a weight that comes with really being called. there's a purpose. And also, as we see in verse 1, there's a judgment that a preacher of the gospel will receive that the normal everyday person don't receive. So that's when he goes in verse 2, he said, for if in many things we offend all, if any man offend not in word, the same as a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body. See, we got to understand, I know I offend people. That's why I say half the stuff I say. I want to offend you because you sitting back talking about me, but need my help. You want to talk about me, but use my revelation. You want to talk about me, but I always want to see what's going on my social media accounts. That shows how stupid you is. Why follow somebody that you don't respect? That's why I know what I be talking about when I be calling these people with these weekend warrior ministries. Your ministry only important on Sunday. Don't nobody hear from you Monday through Saturday. Unless you got a preaching engagement, you want somebody to come see you. But we only hear from you on Sunday. Don't y'all see me doing it every day? It ain't no excuse. I hear people talking and I got to work. I know people who work and still do ministry. The way technology is, you could record a 15 or 20-minute video just to let somebody know that you in ministry. So God don't say nothing till Sunday. Huh? I know I offend people. But James is saying, if you don't offend nobody, you perfect. Now, so if you don't offend nobody, this for these people that I always want to be around the positive people. I don't want the negative around me. Okay, if you so perfect, why you whoring? Why you alcoholic? Why you a liar? Why you a black? See, you so perfect in your speech, but your actions, in other words, is messed up. So what you wake up at 5 in the morning to pray, but you call hell all day. The Bible said there is none perfect, no, not one. But these people who around here want all this positivity, that shows how y'all messed up. Because you want positive things around you while you causing chaos and hell. Then it goes on in verse 3. He said, we put bits in the horse's mouth that they obey us. And go Google it if you've never seen a horse. They put these things in the horse's mouth. If you want to go left, you put them left. You want to go right, you put them right. You want to jog or something, you hit them 2 times on the left and hit that thing a little bit and they go. They go. So what he's saying is, when you take this mouth and you don't frame your words correctly, you could say something that'll hurt a person. But the thing is, you will say something that hurt a person, but then you want to tell them, get over it. I said that last year. It probably hurt them for 5 years. When you say something destructive to people, you cannot tell them they need to get over it. Ain't no time limit on hurt. They get over it when they get over it. See, it's time out. It's time out for saying, I did that because I was angry. You should have shut your mouth when you're angry. I did that because I was upset. You should have said, see, we do stuff in anger and being upset. And then the other person clap back, as y'all call it, or they respond, and they only responding because of what you're doing to them. But now you want to come back and apologize. You can apologize to me all you want to, and I accept your apology. But it still stays right here. See, y'all like to say a drunk person speak a sober mind. I like to say an angry person speaks the truth. Huh? So what you're saying stuff out of bitterness because you've been holding in. And we all been guilty of that. We all been. So when you married, you got your boyfriend, when you round there with your mamas and your parents and y'all get into it, watch what you say. Verse 4 said, Behold, also the ships, which though they be great, and are driven of fierce wind, yet are they turned away with a very small hymn, whichsoever the governor listed, even so the tongue, this hymn, is a little member, and boasted great thing. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindles. Now James going to talk about the ships. And y'all see how big these ships is, but the ship rudder maybe 2 or 3 foot long, and that one little turn of the wheel, it make that boat go this or that. So what he's saying, when they're driven by fierce wind, you got to control what you say when you know you're not yourself. You know you're not yourself. So you want to call people and tell people how somebody pissed you off, how they such and such. See, y'all sit around here and gossip. Y'all gossip y'all emotions away. Stop gossiping your emotions away. If you feel a certain way about a person, tell them. This tongue, it boasts great things, and I'm not talking great sexual thing. Oh, he know how to lick that thing. She wrap her tongue around my. I ain't talking about that kind of boasting great thing. I ain't talking about the pride. I'm talking about boasting the things of God. Check your conversation. See, I pay attention to everybody around me. Most 80%, 80 to 90% of most people conversation, whether I see it on social media, where I hear it in my ears or whatever, is mostly the world. 10 or 15% of it is the gospel. That's a shame. That's a shame. See, your actions gotta match your words. And if your actions can't match your word, your actions gotta match your heart. And some of your heart's just messed up. Verse 6 says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defile the whole body and set it on fire, the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beast and of birds and of serpent and of things in the sea is tamed and have been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil full of deadly poison. So what you been spitting out? See, this right here, that tongue. I ain't none of them girls that take their tongue, they can lick the bottom of their jaw. Mine ain't that long. Mine just come out right there. But this right here, I don't care how good a woman you is, how good a man you is. When you get angry and you let loose this right here, you defile everything that people thought good of you. When you lie on people, you defile everything that should have been good. When you manipulate people, you defile everything about you. And the reason it talks about beasts, birds, and serpents have been tamed is because, watch this, you still got the power to tell them what to do. Can't tell them what to do because ain't no power in you. The world still subject to our tongue, our mouth. But because no one can tame this here, it's an unruly evil full of deadly poison. See, y'all be sitting around here and y'all like to be known because you can cuss a nigga out from A to Z and you can do this and you can do that. That ain't nothing to be proud of. That ain't nothing to be proud of. So you got to watch your mouth. That's why I said blessings and curses can't come out the same mouth. Verse 9 says, therewith bless we God, even the Father, and therewith curse we men which are made after similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceeded blessings and curses. My brethren, these things are not so to be. Does a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? So watch this here. Verse 9. He said, bless God, even the Father, and therewith curse we men. Which means, how can you cuss somebody out and say, bless you? Then he goes on when he said, even the Father, he puts God stamp. We shouldn't be cussing each other out because we're made in the image and likeness of God. So when you curse me, guess who you really cursing? We got to control this in this season. You can't cuss mama, she on your nerve. You can't cuss daddy, ex-wife, ex-husband, ex-girlfriend. Now, being this y'all pagan Valentine Day, I'm gonna let y'all have this day. Cause some of y'all gonna find out you wasn't them but a mattress tester. You was a calm dog, a lot lizard. So he over there with the main girl, and you calling and calling, and he got you on do not disturb. So I'm gonna let y'all have this day. I'm gonna let you have this day. But after the verse 10 said, out of the same mouth proceeded blessing and cursing. These things are not so to be. See, you can't cuss Brother Hubbard out and then get in the pulpit on Sunday and go to preach. That can't be. James he said, can sweet water and bitter come at the same? See, when I drink this water, it ain't sweet, but it ain't bitter. So it ain't got no taste. It's just cool. But drink some Kool-Aid without putting no sugar in it. That's what he talking about. See, you can't speak like a serpent with a forked tongue. You can't hate Brother Hubbard and then you want to go pray and prophesy blessings over somebody's life. Verse 12 says, can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries, either a vine fig? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. See, you got your saltwater fish and you got your freshwater fish. They don't mix. So I can't go get a shark, which is used to salt water, if I remember correctly, and put him in a freshwater fish tank. He ain't gonna survive. So what God is trying to tell some of y'all, he can't put his spirit in you because it's nasty. Your mouth too nasty. See, we got to work on how to express ourselves when we get angry. We got to work on how to express ourselves. Because a lot of you don't know how to express yourself in anger. And if you don't know how to express yourself in anger, then you can't express God in a godly manner. Verse 14 said, but if you have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not and lie not against the truth. The wisdom descended not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. See, that's why I tell y'all, don't look at what nobody got and say, I want that. Don't look at a person in ministry and say, oh God, I want to be used like that. Wait your turn and let God guide you the way you need to go. They had someone I was coming to them in church. They call it they sowing where they going. And what that consisted of, if they seen somebody with a powerful ministry or whatever, and they like their ministry and these people used to travel, they go sow in there. I want to sow where I want to go. Suppose God didn't call you to on the road. Suppose God didn't call you to the office of a prophet. Suppose God didn't call you to pastor a church. You just wasted your time. See, you stop envying somebody else's ministry. See, I say stuff, but it's certain stuff I won't say and probably never will say. I'll probably say something that you might can handle, but I don't say stuff that I know you probably can't handle. Strife in your heart. You know how many people upset with me for being me? You know how many people gossip about me for being me? Did I just tell y'all yesterday? I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. I was fine running my holes, selling my few drugs, running my women, and every now and then I got too. You know, I went around there and paid the light bill and another nigga car parked in the driveway. You know, now Brother Hubbard riding all night trying to see how long the car gonna stay there. See, gas was cheap back then, you know. But I'm coming from one side of town to the other side of town, just riding by, and the car's still there. See, I didn't get the best out. I got sometime too. People stealing money from her, lying about it. Huh? I had a girlfriend stole money from me. I knew she had it, but still, you know how they go. They'll still help you look for it. They got it in their pocket. But I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing. I got my lick back though, as y'all call it. Yeah, I'm gonna go down there and pay that for you. I let it get cut off, and guess what? Block the number. See, that's why a lot of y'all confused. You got envy and strife. You want to do something for the wrong reason. See, that's why you getting mad because things ain't going your way. That's why you confused about what you gonna do. Verse 17 says, but the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality, without hypocrisy. And the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. See, watch this. When you mad at somebody and you can't talk to that person, something wrong with you. That's that earthly, sensual, devilish wisdom. But here the wisdom that comes from God is pure. What pure mean? It means sometimes it means something that you never thought about before. Sometimes it means something that you never heard before. Sometimes it means something it don't even make sense for you, so you think it ain't God. That's pure. No additives, no preservative. Then it's peaceable, which means okay, you wouldn't think about it, but then when it resonates with your spirit, you get peace about it. Then you become gentle, which means what? Your heart no more. You don't get upset at things that used to. You don't get mad at what used to get you mad. Easy to be entreated, which means, oh, okay, that's easy to do. I do that. So when God talking about our character, the first thing He want to deal with is our mouth. We can't run around Him with these raggedy mouths no more. I'm gonna work on it too. Cause boy, if a sucker cut me off, and boy, I go to cuss in a minute. You done jumped in front of me. Blah, 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 blah. I be gone. I got to work on that. You got to work on stop lying. Ain't no need to lie. Let people lie for you, but don't you do the lying. Because we got to have standards. See, because we coming into a world that's not going to have any standards, God got to make sure the people that represent Him that's going to be around is a certain standard that you got to meet, and that's how people going to know that you're real. Well, y'all see that beard filling in? Woo! Woo! I'm coming down. Salt and pepper. Yeah. That's Salt and Pepper Club. Don't be so full of yourself. That's why I was just trying to teach you. Don't be so full of yourself that you can't ask for help. See, a lot of you have lied about certain things for so long that you're scared to ask for help in what you. So you got to know that from this point on, You can't keep telling them nasty jokes. You can't keep cracking them jokes. You can't be having those sarcastic response and rebuttal. You can't keep saying I ain't mad when you know you mad. We got to tame this tongue. See, you can't you can't speak to the dead and raise up the dead when your mouth dead. Y'all know what that means? You can't say Lazarus get up when you telling somebody to get the hell out. He has to change our conversation. And when he change our conversation, then you would know the power that you have in you.